Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shaw. Welcome to my channel, babies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 175 of Beyond the Gates, and we're here to have a good time. Hopefully, today's episode is a little bit better than yesterday. Like I said, yesterday was so good with Shanice and Leslie, baby. I enjoyed that. I think I watched that thing twice. I rewind that damn uh, scene twice because I wanted to see it without me working. This is working for me. Doing the recap, but I wanted to see that thing again without the microphone in my damn hand. So I had to watch it because it was so good. GOODT, baby. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this recap in five, four, three, two, Mm-mm. I love hotel living, honey. That is Danny waking up, honey, with her red and black nightie on. And Andrea's like, He was like, yeah, in LA shopping, apparently, because we're going to have to get another suitcase just to carry all this shit home. Man, when I tell you there's bags all over the floor. I mean, she's rich. Why not? He was like, maybe even two. She was like, two, honey. This is just my opening act, babe. Danny, we decimated every fucking store in Beverly Hills yesterday. I thought that was a gown, but it looks like it's a PJ set. It's cute. It's like tiger stripes. Yeah, it's cute. He was like, what's left? Melrose Avenue, honey. All of those vintage boutiques have treasures you can't find anywhere else. That is me, honey. Whenever I go out of town, I always go to a thrift store. And it's not like, vintage and treasures, but there are some things that are there that you will never find in your own hometown. So no matter where I go out of town, I always go to a thrift store just to see what I can find. So I understand, Danny. I can't wait to go to LA to go to their thrift stores, honey. Yee. When I lived here in LA as a short time as a model, I spent days searching for unique pieces. I once found a $20 Halston gown, wore it to a Vogue shoot. The photographer, honey, said that I looked like liquid gold. Liquid gold, huh? Good enough to drink? She's like, you wish. Not anymore, he says. She's like, are you trying to distract me from shopping, Mr. Richardson? Is it working, he says? She's like, fine. Melrose can wait. Okay, well, we're outside of the country club because we see all of the golf carts and the trees still look green. Y'all need to put some oranges on them leaves now. I know y'all be like, where the picture, Shar? I don't know. We'll see if I feel like putting them up here. But outside this country club, they need to do better. It still look like it's a hot summer day. Oh, Sharon, please. We hear Vernon on the inside on the phone. You are beautiful exactly as you are. What? Yeah. uh, Anita's expecting me for lunch, but I can slip away after. No, no, no. She doesn't suspect a thing. No, no, no. Okay. See you later. Now, where was I? So he puts his glasses on and looks at his little yellow pad and about start to write. And he's a lefty too, another lefty. First we had Tad, and now we got Vernon. When I tell you, I'm really sick of seeing this lady this week. Y'all are really getting on my nerves with her. Well, 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 Leslie. Whoever would have thought that I'd have something in common with the senator? And the legendary one at that. He says, well, unfortunately, legendary senators are in high demand. She just sat down at his table without him saying, have a seat, dear. I have a speech to prepare, bitch. So perhaps we could discuss whatever this is at a more opportune time. What's more opportune than the present? Especially since fate has brought me right to your table. Well, since fate has dragged your ass here, let's not keep her waiting. Tell me, what do we have in common? Ooh, let's see. We both appreciate the finer thing. Ooh, this exclusive club, for instance, and certain other establishments. As far as I know, your ass ain't moved into the neighborhood yet. True, which is why I am staying at this very fancy hotel called the Bowman. You ever heard of it, Senator? Hmm? Of course you have. When I tell you, Vernon looks like he want to jump across that fucking table and choke the shit out of her. She's a blackmailer. And when I tell you she's a bully, a blackmailer, and a bitch, especially since you've been spending quite a lot of time there lately, haven't you, Senator? Get the bop, 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 bop. Hey. All right. Next scene, we're at Ted's office, and we hear a. I mean, she could barely tap on the door. Oh, Eva, you still need those e-signatures for those insurance forms. This is Ted and Eva. That, and you need to tell me what fresh hell my mother unleashed this time. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Ted. Ted said. Not you too. Every time I walk past that damn nurse's station, there's whisperings that immediately stop. Feels like I'm back to being persona non grata. And usually where there's smoke, there's Leslie. You look, your mother had words with Shanice, all right? Let's just damn leave it at that. These people are always going to see me as Leslie's daughter because you is, bitch. You own that shit every time. What? Okay, well, Ted, come on. Well, look, let's get them to associate you with me then. But that's her mammy. That's how she made her debut, baby, at the party. I've been meaning to ask. Winterfest is coming up, and I'd like it for you to be my plus one, he said. Me? Really? Of course, he says. You're my daughter. And you deserve to be there. And well, aren't you worried about how your other daughter would feel? I mean, Kat already thinks that I'm trying to steal you from her. Now, nigga. Ted, you already know that Kat mentioned to you about Tomas and Eva fucking. Now, when I push play, he better say, speaking of stealing, what is this I hear about you and Tomas? Right? So I'm gonna push play. I'm gonna give him a chance during this fucking episode. He better say it. He better say it. Oh, he better say it. I'm aware that I'm walking on a tightrope with both of y'all. Nicole pointed that out when I mentioned it to her. Yeah. Thank you. Especially with all this business of you supposedly been fucking around with Kat's boyfriend. Thank you, Ted. Shh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was wondering, I said, Nick, I better press play and you better ask her about her fucking around with Tomas. And she looking like, ooh, yeah, girl. Hi, Gran. Oh, honey, this is a welcome surprise. Honey, we are at the palace and we see grandmother Anita and Kat. Hey, y'all. What brings you by, boo? Chelsea Cat's auctions donation. Everything's itemized, okay? Photos, descriptions, suggested starting bid. I would have emailed all of this, grandmother, but I know you like to keep things old school. Hard copies cannot get hacked. You mean hard copies like these are already hacked? Wait, what? Chelsea dropped them off this morning when she came by for breakfast with Madison. She says she texted you about handling the deliveries herself, girl. Oh, she checked her phone. Fuck, she did. Oh, God, I totally spaced. Well, girl, it is not like you to sleep on anything business related. Come on, honey, sit. Tell Gran what's going on. Well, I literally hate everyone right now. Damn, Cat. That's quite the declaration from someone who has, what it is, 400,000 followers. Girl, I wish, honey. You still can hate people, though. You still can hate people with that many followers. Six, she says, since I made Banneker's Young Innovators list. They gave each other a high five. She's like, no, but seriously, every single person, they're all working my last damn nerve. This might be a decent episode today. I'm feeling it. All right. We see Danny and Andre. You know that I'm thinking of several other things that I could be doing with you right now, Andre said. And none of them involves boutique racks. Oh, enlighten me. Just what should be on today's pleasure agenda, Mr. Richardson? Griffith Observatory. Hey, look, we can lose ourselves in the stars, he says. She's like, we can make out like teenagers under the cosmos, boo. Been there, done that, honey. Well, something more off the beaten path, then, he said. Let's see. Look, there is this hidden Japanese garden in Van Van Nuys. Oh wow, I heard of Van Nuys. I never knew it was spelled like that. Vannuys. Interesting. 6 acres of cherry blossoms. They have koi ponds with fish the size of small dogs. Damn. How about something more intimate? She said. Private. Preferably clothing optional. She's just like she just wanna fuck all day. Andre wants to go out and see the city. She like, I don't want to go nowhere. I want to be up under you. Ah, he says, Topanga sound baths. He's very cultured, isn't he? They have these heated blankets that we can lay on. The vibrations are supposed to realign your chakras. Really? I might have to find that because I wear a chakra necklace on all the time, and it really keeps me. I much rather get wet than aligned. He said, "That's what she said." She's like, whatever. He said, "Okay, look, I'm serious. I'm serious. All right, all right." Now we do have this ridiculously oversized tub over there, big enough to stretch out. You can realign my chakras while I dine on champagne and strawberries. So he calls the hotel room and orders one bottle of their rosé champagne. Something crisp and elegant, he says, perfectly chilled. And also a plate of your freshest seasonal strawberries. Now it's November. I don't know how fresh that'll be in Cali. She snatched the phone from him. She's like, and can you add that dark chocolate sauce? I like to use it as a dip for something sweet. And he stands there with no shirt on. Thank you. He says, so, my lady, ooh, should we get started on something dirty or clean? He says. Why can't we choose both? She says. He's like, I like how you fucking think. He picked her ass up and twirled her around, honey. I love their chemistry. I just know it's not gonna last long when Bill dies. I mean, when he's close to dying. I'm just loving this. Let's just live in the moment, y'all, okay? Not don't talk about what's gonna happen with Bill. Just let's lock in. Cause this is so wonderful. We never really seen Danny smile like this. Okay, yes, it happened. Eva is telling her pappy. Yeah, she's like, Tomas. I see, he says. But they were DONE done. Like Kat had curbed him for days. She wouldn't answer his texts, his calls, nothing. He was like, look, honey, I am the last person to throw stones, okay? I'm not here to judge you, Eva, okay? Oh, but Kat is. Like I was just creeping through the shadow trying to steal her man. Please. Look, Tomas was helping me move boxes into my apartment, my rat trap. We got to talking and he was in his feelings and I was just trying to be a good friend, honey. I had to open up my legs and show him what a good friend does. And then one thing led to another and then he says, no more. I don't need to hear this shit. There's some things that a father should never have to visualize. All right? Look, the second that Tomas said that he wanted to fix things with Kat, I stepped back. Hand to God. Well, it sounds like you handle things as well as could be expected. Really, really, Ted? That's how this I tell you. He's not a good dad. I'm sorry. he does not he is not father of the year. Has he ever gotten that award? I don't think so. If he's in it, snatch that shit away from him. Go break it, baby. Go break it. Anita. Somebody go over there and snatch his father of the year award cuz he's just not. There's more. I mean, come on, just go in and I mean, just you might as well just put it out there. Kat said that you showed up at her place and started getting aggressive. Now that is a lie. Okay, I went over there to have a civil conversation about her flipping out when I call you dad. And when I walked in, she was with Chelsea and Thomas talking trash about me. So you were defending yourself, Ted says. Yes, I was. And because of the way that she was acting, I might have called her a spoiled little bitch too. Eva said that to your face, girl? We jump from that scene and go to the palace, and that's what Anita says. What? Just another reason why I can't stand that home wrecking whore. Catherine, language. I'm sorry, Gran, but I am not about to sugarcoat that bullshit mess that Eva's made out of our lives. I absolutely detest that girl. You can speak your truth, honey, but do it with dignity. This is still my home, honey, not some reality show reunion. You better say that, Anita. So, who else is on this list? You said that you hate everyone. Okay, not everyone. Not you or Granddad or Tomas. We're actually in a really good place right now. And, Anita was like, oh? Oh? Well, the last I heard that you were having some difficulty. Things have really turned around. And weirdly enough, Haley came through with the clutch advice. Haley for the win, honey. The universe is truly chaotic. Girl, you saying a word, baby. In real life, it's definitely fucking chaotic. Well, who else is on this list? Probably Martin, the way he talked to her. Let's see, let's keep going down the list. My father, he suddenly decided that it was perfectly fine for Eva to call him dad, which is beyond insane. You don't hate your father, Cat. Well, I certainly don't like him right now. He's putting Eva on this pedestal. And you think she's taking your place? I know she is. Look, girl, he's just trying to do right by Eva. This crazy girl, her cat is that's just like watering a plastic plant. Whoever writes for this girl, bravo for you, baby, because you be writing for Danny and you be writing for Cat. Because I swear, some of this shit that this girl says is like, it's like brilliant. It's the best reads. It's like watering a plastic plant. Every time he does right by them, it feels like he's doing wrong by those of us who had to suffer from their actions. Not that I agree, but Laura was really shaken after her last run in with that old bitch Leslie. See, Kat says, but I've taken steps to keep Leslie on the sidelines and out of our affairs. What did you do? Let's just say that I've arranged it so that she gets the thrill of her life of being seen without knowing that she's being watched. Really? Ooh, that's a very interesting riddle right there. Closely, she says, by me. I'm not sure what game you're playing, Heifer. We're back at the country club, baby. And Vernon is looking at Leslie like, what is you talking about, bitch? She has no respect. Like, you have your elderly people, you have young people, you have people your age. She has no respect. Why would you want to build so many enemies? It's, it's just, I swear. Vernon says, well, bitch, I suggested you find another opponent. You better say that, Vernon. Game? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 Vern. I am simply making conversation about how I opened my door and boom, there you were in the hallway with a special friend who knows your wife quite well. Anita and I regularly host associates from out of town at the Bowman. Well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that particular friend not only knows Anita, but she happened to go way back from with my birth mother. Perhaps you've forgotten that your very presence at this club only exists solely because my wife felt responsible for Barbara's death and set up a blind trust out of compassion. And I am eternally grateful for Anita's guilt money. Truly, I mean, her conscience needed cleansing. I wonder what might help you unburden yours. Are you trying to blackmail him? There's nothing weighing on my fucking conscience, he said. Not even getting busy with your wife's former group mate? My. The legendary love story of Vernon and Anita Dupree, tarnished by such a cliche. Please tell me more, and please tell me that you're about to hit Leslie Thomas with a banishment spell. We are back at the palace. That is Kat talking to her grandmother. Hopefully she has a cauldron, honey, that she's brewing in the back in that elevator, baby, to get rid of that bitch. Honey, if I had magical powers, this would be a whole nother conversation. But actually, then Kat gets a text, boy, bye. Well, who is that? Who's got you rolling your eyes, girl? And them eyes is rolling so far back you can see yesterday. Martin, he's trying to text me like everything is cool, but he's been burned, blocked, and buried too. Now, girl, you just hold it right there. Now you can be angry at Eva till kingdom come, and you can rage at your father for his questionable choices. But Martin is your brother, not your half brother, not your step brother, full blood, and that means something. You and Martin have shared life together, child. That's someone who remembers the sounds of your childhood, who was there when your days were simple and your dreams still tender. The world doesn't offer a lot of relationships that run that deep, baby girl. Those kinds of bonds you protect. But he really hurt me, Gran. Sweetheart, that's the tax of having a heart. Now, if you cut everyone off the moment they stumble, one day your ass will wake up and there ain't gonna be nobody left, honey. I guess you're right, she says. She looks at her phone. She says, Martin was asking if we could meet up at Uptown. Well, what are you still doing here then, girl? Get your ass over there post haste. They been listening to me. Y'all know they been listening. This is the first time we ever heard Anita cuss. She said, grand language. I only use it when it's called for. But you use yours to make peace with your brother. Already on my way, Kat says. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? Yes, it was. Good. Love you, baby. Love you too, Grand. Look, I understand Kat can push buttons. We're back at Ted's office talking to Eva, honey. He said, but calling her a bitch, provoked or not, it's crossing the line, girl. He said, bitch. You okay? I don't think we've ever really heard a man say bitch, have we? I mean, maybe on some of the older stories, but not on here. All right, okay. It was interesting. And what line did Cat cross when she called me a boyfriend stealing hood rat? Nothing at all. She crossed no lines because it was true. He was like, Cat said that shit. Well, I mean, not exactly those words, but that's the attitude she was given. Look, I'm not apologizing for standing up for myself, Ted. He was like, look, okay, you're not wrong for defending your dignity. But this back and forth is not just petty, but it's poisonous and it's killing any hope of any peace in our family. Well, honey, we got ourselves a problem because Kat doesn't want peace, and I'm not about to grovel. If you want to invite me from the Winterfest to make things easier, then go ahead. That's not happening. I mean, would I love it if both my daughters can find a way to get along? Absolutely. But if that day never comes, and I pray that it does, I'm not damn choosing no sides, girl. I love you both too much. And anyway, I gotta be able to show everybody at the club, show you off to all the blue bloods in the club. All right. There's a story behind the blue bloods, isn't it? Or the blue vein. Isn't there like a historical story I heard about a long time ago when the riches of society, they were like really, really high yellow um echelon upper echelon people, and the only way that you knew how their status and richness and everything was that you had to look at their arms and you could see the blue veins coming through. I think that's what it is. Or is blue bloods another term? Y'all tell me in the comments. I know y'all gonna either chat GPT it or tell me from your experiences. But I have blue blood. I mean blue veins if I turn my wrist over. But I thought it was like the blue vein society or something like that. Y'all let me know. Well, Mama is technically one of those blue bloods now. She's probably at the country club figuring out which crystal glass she wants to drink her champagne from as we speak. Are you trying to extort me, Miss Thomas? You doing good by calling her Miss Vernon. We're back at the country club. Oh, why, Vernon? No. I mean, that's such an ugly, crude word. I just see it as just friends, merely scratching each other's backs. Well, hell, I must have missed the part where we became friends. Tell her, Vernon. Well, I tell you, my stomach is not in knots tonight because I feel like she's meeting her match when it comes to Vernon. Normally, my stomach being matched and being knots when I feel like she's getting away with stuff. But I feel like on this one, she met her match when it came to Vernon. That's interesting, isn't it? Because my stomach be in the figure eight whenever she comes on the screen, but because she's messing with the wrong motherfucker, yeah, I'm cool now. And yesterday it wasn't in knots because Shanice wore her ass out. So yeah, let her crucify her, honey, crucify her. But power does have a way of realigning relationships. I guess that's how it kind of works in this town. And how exactly do you think I could scratch your back? What, Vernon, Senator? I thought you would never ask. Hey, big bro, what are you doing here? Well, it's Eva. I should have said it different. Hi, big bro, what are you doing here? She actually shows up at Uptown, and Martin is there to meet with Catherine. Oh Lord. So he tells her that he's just came there to finish writing some notes on a bill without having his staff hovering over his ass. So yeah, he came over there for that. So he said he also wanted to catch Cat, but at least he was able to accomplish one of them. Ah, what did she do? She ghosted you? He was like, well, kind of selective responding, because I don't think he knows that she's coming over. Last time she was like, boy, please, boy, bye. So, ouch. He says, I text and she ignores me. I'm sorry to hear that, but don't take it personal. But, Kat is probably too busy slaying those bags that she and Chelsea are making. He said, well, she keeps leaving my ass on red, so I pretty much think that she ain't trying to talk to me. Well, I'm on my break. I mean, we can have lunch if you want. So he was like, unfortunately, his work is piling up, but it has been a minute. And he said, well, at least I can just take the time to go ahead and reconnect with one of my sisters. So she's like, I will appreciate that. He says, if my chief of staff asks, I will tell them was a constituent outreach. That's family, honey. That ain't no constituent. So she's like, whatever works. So tell me what's new in your world, sis. I keep forgetting that he's her brother too. I just be focused on the two sisters, but I keep forgetting that. So it's cool. It's cool. And first of all, Ted and Mama are trying to be friends, and I'm using air quotes because we both know that Mama doesn't just do friends. Oh, and get this, your grandmother actually reached out to her about helping with Winterfest. It makes me wonder, is it going to be at another location? Like she thinks it's going to be in one place, but Anita has it planned someplace else. Interesting. So he said he heard, wait a minute, did you fall out too? He was like, look, it was shocking, but maybe this is just the beginning of a new era where the Duprees and the Thomases are actually friends. That would be nice, Eva says, but knowing Mama, she still will find a way to rub them the wrong way, honey. Now, Senator, your wife, my new bestie, Nita, has been so generous letting me be in charge of those Winterfest invites. We are back at the country club with her. Talking about Anita's her new best friend. Like I said, she has the mentality of a middle school chick. Because Anita never said that y'all were best friends. But let's be honest, having Leslie Thomas manage those paper stock is like asking Alfred Woodard to pass out flyers. He said, is there a point somewhere? Is there a point somewhere in all this theater, Miss Thomas? What's wrong with being in theater, Clifton? I mean, Vernon. Shit. Behind the scenes doesn't suit me, all right? Oh, she wants to be in the front. Oh, I want to be front and center, all right? Where people can appreciate me, Vernon, what I bring to the table. He says the only thing that's center stage should be the cause we're raising money for, girl. Hey, look, I wholeheartedly agree. All I'm saying is, I mean, I can settle for a little something more prominent, like event co-host. Okay, I mean, I do have some excellent public speaking skills, and you know better than anyone. She's talking about when she gave that old public speech at Nicole's and damn Ted's anniversary party. Yeah, that was a public fucking speech. Vernon's like, bitch, let me be clear. I cannot be bought, extorted, or bullied. You'll have to find someone else to scratch your fucking back. You're not hearing me, V. I'm not asking you for the moon. Just to be visible. More than just licking some doggone envelopes. Girl, that's all you're good for, honey. I have a speech to finish writing, honey. Good day. Okay, hey, look, out of respect for Anita. All right. And because you got this silver fox thing going, and it's surprisingly effective, I will keep playing nice about our little secret for now. Why are you doing like I told y'all the other day? She will make a good salesperson because she really does not take no for an answer. She really does not take no for an answer. And what secret would that be? That's Anita, honey, showing up, looking down at her and looking at Vernon. What the fuck? So, you're really thinking about skipping Winterfest? We are back at Uptown, and that is Eva talking with Martin. We're going to see what they're talking about. I'm ready to see what her and Kat get into. So he says, re-elections are coming up, so he has to make sure he's ready to meet with his constituents and win that race. So she claimed that she was hoping to see him and meeting the kids at Winterfest. Okay, girl, whatever. He did get a text. I don't know who it was from. Maybe it was from Kat. Come on, Kat, so I can hear y'all eat each other up. Come on. So she tells him that Ted asked her to be his plus one for Winterfest, so he's really excited about her going. And she told him that Ted said it was okay for her to call him dad. He was like, "Wow, I'm happy for you, Eva." All right, come on, y'all. I mean, you're not being diplomatic. I mean, I know how you politicians are. He was like, "No, you are his daughter as much as I am his son." Oh, how nice. So he agrees. He thinks it's okay. It's cool that she can call him dad. Well, when your sister found out, she went all category 5 on my ass. And as she said that, you see Kat coming in, honey. Remember, Kat likes to show up and not tell you that she's coming. She does that to Tomas a lot. Oh, so she walked in and she sat at the booth next to them. They sitting there talking about her. She was like, and she thought that I was trying to steal him from her. That's absurd. Why does she think that everything is a competition? Her and Martin just going in on that girl. Ooh, y'all gonna get it. Sometimes I just wish my sister would just shut her big mouth. Not cool, y'all. Not cool. And she got her mouth open. That's because she was shocked. All right, we back at with the Richardsons with their white robes. I guess they did enough some more in the big bathtub. You enjoy that soak? He says. She says, I feel like a goddess, but champagne and strawberries would put me over the top. Where are they? We hear a knock on the door. So she tells him, "Can you get that baby cakes?" Plam is blowing up my phone because she got a text message. I thought that he didn't like it when she called him baby cakes, but I guess it's their nickname. And so she leaves her a voice note. Yes, Pammy, the honeymoon is beyond. Andre is spoiling me rotten. Deets when I get back. I wonder who knocked on the door. Y'all didn't even want to see the damn extra. You didn't want to show them. Was it one of the production assistants? Wow. So Jerry, the jeweler, had the rings brought over. So the rings, they got them. So they love them. Hopefully we can see what they look like. So it looks like he captured everything she feels whenever she's with Andre and forged it into metal. So they exchanged the rings. How beautiful. Child, them rings like regular bands to me. I thought you gonna cut them looking like puzzle pieces in a circle. That would be cool. And then we put them together. They fit like a puzzle. I thought he was gonna do that. So all they just said was, "With this ring, I'd be wed." And they was like, "Okay, what else did we say?" That night was such a blur. So we're not gonna get too soppy. They go over vows and stuff like that. She's like, "Who cares? What we said that night? 2, 3 shots of tequila would have done it." She's like, "Just 3? Look, I'm gonna give you my vows now." So that's all they're doing. I'm not going. Nah, Danielle to no, we're not doing that. We're not doing He said a mouthful. I can't repeat what he said, but he said a lot. He's like, he never thought he would feel this way before. He thought he loved her, but he really does love her. And he tells her that he loves her. Wow, it's deep when a man can tell you first, right? And she just looking. So, what was this little secret you two were discussing? This is back at the country club. Anita asking Leslie and Vernon about the secret. You're my little secret. Yeah. I don't know the words. Sing that. Y'all know I'll be fucking up the words. Don't worry. Vernon and I are not having an affair, if that's what you were thinking. Because when Anita sat down, she kicked the table. Y'all be kicking these tables, honey. I guess she shook the table just in case if Leslie was trying to be cut a fool. I'm shaking the table, beat. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, girl. The thought never crossed my mind. Well, thank goodness. I was just teasing anyway. I mean, the idea of Senator Vernon Dupree, moral paragon, sneaking off to the Bowman with another woman to have an afternoon delight. Too delicious. I mean, ridiculous to even contemplate. When I tell you she is a bitch. I cannot wait for Vernon to get up there and sing his song and make her look like a fucking fool. I cannot wait. Leslie was just leaving. Indeed, I was, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I really want to do is thank you so much for putting me in charge of the Winterfest invites, and also for entrusting me. And I also hope that you would never put your faith in the wrong person. Ciao. And she gets her ass up and leaves. Now, Anita puts her snakeskin purse on the table because there's a little table where you can sit your purse. What the fuck was that about? So she goes to the lobby. Leslie goes to the lobby. Oh my goodness. And then she looks in her purse. And the first person she calls is, it ain't Peaches. And he gets on my fucking nerves. You see this bitch calling you. Eva just left. Why the fuck are you answering her? Call Ted. What is it, Dana? He says. Oh, I was wondering if you had a few minutes. I just wanted to stop by. He says, now? Yeah, I promised Eva that I wouldn't burden you with my problem. But a woman who is dear to me needs help, and I don't know what else to do. Look, Martin. She sounds like she says, look, Martin. I'm not trying to start World War III with our sister. Now, we're back at Uptown. Eva does take the high road a lot when it comes to cats. She does. Martin would have sat there and finished dragging that girl all the way to hell and back. But Eva does take the high road. She says she's not trying to start World War II with sis. And who knows, if the roles were swapped, I would hate me too. He says, nonsense. It's just isn't about you, he says. And Kat is busy listening, honey. Kat has been pushing everybody's fucking buttons lately. Did you know that she explicitly talked about her fucking her boyfriend right near my daughter's ear? My 16-year-old daughter? Samantha was ear jocking. That bitch should have been at the damn counter or whatever that thing is to get that her menu. Instead of her standing there listening to grown folk business. You talking about how she broke Thomas's equipment? He said, you heard about that. What? That tea was too hot not to spill, nigga. The whole DMV probably heard. Well, it was pretty funny, but no, he said. That is not what Samantha overheard. Kat was over there bragging about how she went from being a virgin to, I quote, a sex goddess in record speed. Oh my God. Martin, you ain't gonna get it right, baby. You. And apparently Samantha got some inspiration, and next thing I fucking know, she was trying to fuck some boy from school in my damn red door. Smitty and I are still trying to deal with the fallout. I can talk to her woman to woman. She's talking about Samantha. That would be cool, possibly. Sometimes it's really easier to hear things from an adult than who is not your parent. He says, I appreciate that. Didn't Kat say she would offer that too? So he skedaddles. He says, thanks for grabbing lunch with me since our sister was a no-show. Oh, they talked that like that. Talked about her like a dog. Oh my God, he's still talking about this girl. Oh, and Eva, don't let Kat gaslight you. She's been coddled for so long. She thinks affection is a limited resource. Why did you have to say that, nigga? Just go. Oh, he's trash too. Martin he's petty. He's not trash like Vanessa for not inviting damn Jan to the Winterfest. He is so petty. He says, as our parents' miracle baby, the parents had protected her from the world all the time, which has sometimes stunted her growth. God doggy. So basically, you're calling her a giant baby. Receptive as always, Martin said. Who the hell do you think you are? Because Martin finally leaves. And then she comes over to the booth and approaches Eva with that wonderful question. And Eva's looking like this bitch. Damn, Cat. Why are you coming at me all sideways? Cat was just looking. Okay, what? Dad told you about Winterfest, didn't he? Look, I didn't ask to be his plus one. Cat's day just keep getting better and better, don't it? Let her be his plus one girl, because you're gonna be there with Tomas. So let it be, girl. He did what? Cat said. My dad is taking you to Winterfest. Evil's like, yikes, guess not. Unfucking believable. You show up out of nowhere With your sad story and thrift store fits. Now, Cat, you know I love you, but ain't nothing wrong with no thrift store outfit, bitch. Shit. Then all of a sudden you're infiltrating every corner of my fucking life. First my father, now Martin. I'm warning you. Stay in your lane before I push your ass into traffic. Didn't she just threaten your ass at your house, girl? She says she from Chicago. Don't be giving her no threats, Cat, because something might happen to her ass, and guess who they gonna blame? You. Excuse you. Last time I checked, Ted Richardson has two daughters, and Martin is cool with the both of us. Okay? Don't play dumb, Cat says. I heard you cackling like a fucking hyena, mocking me behind my back to my own brother. No, he did that, girl. She did sprinkle some good in there. She did. She said, I mean, if it was me, I would probably hate me too. She said that now. Come on, Cat. Come on. And how long were you standing there spying on us, honey? Long enough to hear you dragging me about what happened with Tomas. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It was a stupid joke. You're the joke, Cat says. And my man's anatomy ain't none of your fucking business. Wow, not anymore, bitch. I tell you, this is like a never ending battle between them two. We see the hands of Danny and Andre. Girl, where's the diamonds, honey? Where's the special cut? Danny says, You love me? He says, Yeah, babe, I do. How your laughter lights up a room. How your strength inspires me. How beneath all that damn Dupree swagger beats one of the most beautiful hearts I've ever known. Oh, we're not going to go through all the sappy talk, but you all get it. He's in love. You're the sweetest man, she says. So he was like, I know we came here, to LA, and I didn't really plan on saying all that, but we just been having such a good time. I love you too. She says, I love you too. So, are you going to tell me what this little secret is, or do I have to start guessing? We're back at the country club with Anita and Vernon. And you know how vivid my imagination is. Well, not as vivid as Leslie's. She was just running her mouth as usual, trying to convince me of some things that we have in common. Huh, well, honey, this I've got to hear. Well, he says, the list, mercifully, is very short. It begins and ends with one thing: an appreciation for the incomparable Anita Dupree. What I'm trying to figure out is why my brilliant wife would give this troublemaking woman the time of day, much less involve her in Winterfest. You weren't there when she terrorized Laura the other day. You know that there's some people that you keep close because you love their asses, but others because you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. Too bad your brilliant strategy didn't keep her ass away from me, baby. Well, better you than Laura. Leslie's claws are sharper when she feels threatened. But with you, she just preens and postures. He said, True. She does. She really does. But don't be slick now. You have yet to tell me what this little secret is. She like, I ain't forgetting it, Vernon. He's still wiggling all in the fucking chair. Please, Dana, don't stand on ceremony. Come right on in. I'm sorry, but I know I really need to talk to you about something urgent. She just came in, honey. She's like she do at the Dupree's, honey. She do at Eva's, and she does at Nicole's. She just the only house that she didn't walk in was at Danny's. And did she do it at Bill's yet? I haven't seen her at Bill's. Them the two places that she ain't just popped the fuck up. He said Shanice. She was like Shanice. Oh yeah, she told me about your little run-in and that you threatened one of the hospital's most respected nurses. Oh, she thought that was a threat. Oh no, no, that was just women having a difference of opinion. You know what I think? Ted says. I think you walk around dropping matches and act surprised when the fire starts. But forget that shit. Look, I got consultations all afternoon, girl. Let's just go ahead and set that aside for now. So if this is about Shanice, what couldn't wait? If this is not about her, then what is it? It's not a what, it's a who. But it does really tear me up inside to have you involved in all of this. But I swear on my biological mother's grave, I don't know where else to turn. If you must know, Leslie feels that your little assignment doesn't satisfy her appetite for attention. Back at the country club, this is what Vernon tells Anita. And that requires whispering. You know how social climbers operate, boo. Everything is a conspiracy, a backdoor deal. She thinks I have influence over you, and she asked me to convince you to put her front and center at the event. And you told her what? I told her that you don't appreciate nobody going behind your back. But you know her ass. She doesn't understand. No, she really doesn't. She really doesn't. Like I said, like a middle school child. She insisted that our chat should remain your little secret. Ooh. Well, that doesn't surprise me, honey. You give Leslie an inch and she tries to redecorate the whole mile. Didn't I just say that a couple of days ago? You give a motherfucker an inch and they'll take a whole yard. Didn't I say that? Did I say that? Yeah, I said that. I swear they be listening to me. Of course, this was recorded weeks ago, months ago. But I feel like I got that, that Catherine Ted grandmama power. Because I be knowing, y'all. I be knowing. He was like, exactly. But maybe I should reconsider her position and give her something a little bit more visible. You can't be serious. That woman is a loose cannon, and it's better to keep your potential problem within arm's reach. I mean, who knows what she might do when she don't get what the fuck she wants. Are you gonna tell me who you're talking about, Dana, or are you gonna keep dancing around this shit? We're back at Ted's office. We all know that she's gonna ask him to help this whole Peaches situation. It was about Peaches. I was on my way to see her, and I had a thought. What about her? She made it seem like she's full of life, but in reality, she's close to losing hers. Congestive heart failure, years of smoking, it finally caught up with her. She's dying, and I just can't sit there and watch this happen. Leslie, I'm sorry to hear that, honey, but I am a plastic surgeon. That is not in my wheelhouse. Ted Knitter, your ass better not cut that lady open and fix her heart. Oh, please, don't give me that, she said. All that matters are those two letters that come after your fucking name, M and D. All I know is that you got connections, and what I need you to do is get Peaches on one of those drug trials. Look, listen, I'll pay for it. I don't care how much it costs. Please, just get her in. He tells her it don't work that way, girl. There's a process. There are medical evaluations, selection criteria. You just can't buy your way in, girl. But I can try. Please, Teddy. He just leans back in the fucking chair. He's so weak to her ass. I swear. He is so weak to her. You didn't have to just say it because I said it. We're at the hotel, well, the LA hotel with the Richardsons. And so he tells Danny that she didn't have to say that she loved him just because he said it. Oh, Dre. She said she didn't say it because, because he said it. She said it because it's true. And it's been true before she even had the courage to say it. Go ahead, girl. Now, Andre, Sean Freeman, I love you, bro. I don't even know if you listen to this shit. I don't know. But you overacting with this whole love thing. You keep moving them lips and shit, like you really mean it. Your nostrils is flaring. I get it. I know you're trying to show that sincerity. I love you though. You cool as fuck now. You fight for people. You fight for your fam, and I like that. But so they're just talking about how they met and how they hooked up after Bill married Haley, and she said she fell in lust with him in the beginning, but somehow it changed when they weren't even looking. I say, girl, that's how that love hit you, like boom, honey, like boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, shock, shock, boom, shakalaka, boom, shock, shock, boom, shakalaka, boom. If you know where that is from, put it in the comments. Y'all been answering my little old school TV triggerlers. No, boom, shakaloom, shock, shock. Boom, shakaloom, shock, shock. Is it boom, shakaloom? Boom, shakaloom, shock. I think that's what it is. Boom, shakaloom, shock, shock. Y'all know who it is, but you tell me the show in the comments below. Danny says, I changed. And once I found out that my once in a while man, honey, he is now my forever. I said, oh, child. Finger taps, honey, finger taps. So we get a knock on the door, and it's the champagne and strawberry. He says, only the best for the love of his life. And I tell you, he ain't thinking about Ashley. I know y'all tired of me saying that. He like, fuck her. Did you really just do that? Did you really just throw in my face the fact that you fucked Tomas? This is Catherine saying this to Eva. And look, I didn't come for you like that. You walked right into it with your chest all puffed the fuck out. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Keep your mouth shut. But you can't help yourself. Just like you couldn't help your throwing yourself at my man. Just like your trifling ass mother couldn't help herself throwing at herself at my dad. It takes two to tango, Catherine. Please. It's too damn bad that Bill didn't make good on his promise to make your ass disappear. Wow. So you're actually wishing that your uncle had gotten rid of me? Actually, no. Ooh, she says, I wish your mother had gotten rid of you because we'd all be living our best lives if you'd never been born. Tell you that cat is mean. What the hell is going on here? Martin actually heard Cat. He came back because you remember he left. He actually came back and he heard Catherine tell that to Eva. Ooh. Wow, that was good. It was decent. I mean, the Richardson segments were a little bit, it was lovey, lovey, gave me a cavity, sweet, but it was good. This was a good episode. So, like I said today, my stomach didn't go into knots with Leslie. It didn't go like that yesterday. I just noticed that. So, let me go ahead and get this together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.